And we are live here today, folks. Already a like on the stream, loving it. As we are just going to set this up so I can go with this here. Set this up just to see your comments a bit faster. Make sure the sound is good. Perfect. We're golden for that. Welcome in as we're just waiting for Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals here. Let's turn that down because can't have the copyright feature on it, but that's okay. As it keeps getting louder and louder, I don't know why she's louder than Kevin Bietska, but that is okay. It is hot in this room, I'll tell you guys that much. Let's get a poll going here. Who is taking Game 4? Panthers. Golden Knights. There we go. I'll get that into there for you guys as we're just waiting. I believe we're about 14 minutes to puck drop here for Game 4. Back in Florida for this game after Florida takes Game 3 at home to take or just fall behind 2-1 in the series. A lot of abuse going to Mark Stone, though, in these playoffs. You know, it was targeted by Edmonton when they played each other. Dallas kind of got away from it, but we could see for sure Florida is getting in there. And what about the emergence of Jonathan Marchessault, who they did get from Florida in the expansion draft there, but he had no goals going into that Oilers series, I believe it was. And ever since the Oilers-Vegas series, it's been a ride for Marchessault. He is one of the favorites to win the Conn Smythe if Vegas goes on to win the Stanley Cup. He has 13 goals, 10 assists in these playoffs with 6 power play points. So great player there for the Vegas Golden Knights. As we are just going to wait this out until puck drop, as they're just warming up right now. There's Radko Gudas. Game 1 had 46 penalty minutes. Game 2, 84 penalty minutes for the Panthers and 16 in Game 3. So more discipline in Game 3. Let's see if that goes over well in Game 4 here for the Florida Panthers, as Matthew Tkachuk's making that trade in the offseason look really good for the Florida Panthers when it comes to the Stanley Cup playoffs and the fairy tale they are on. I believe the Nuggets won last night, so the Miami Heat are down 3-1. Florida's hoping not to go down that road, as we are just going to get ready, sit here, relax, and wait for the game to start. As the Panthers' power play this series isn't going too well. They're 0 for 12. Perfect penalty kill by the Vegas Golden Knights. And they're collapsing in on the shot guy or high slot guy that the Florida Panthers are putting there for the power play. And that's usually, I believe that's Sam Reinhart, sorry. That's usually in that spot. And Tkachuk's been trying to feed him, but great sticks by the Vegas Golden Knights. It's been a long day. As we're just going to watch highlights of Game 3 here, as, you know, penalty kill is going to be the factor if Vegas can pull this through of not allowing a power play goal. It could have been a huge factor in Game 1 as well. So now here's Elliot Friedman is down in Florida for this game, as I'm not too sure who they're talking to here. We'll see if they pop up a name. as it's Ed Jovanovski that's actually the guy they're talking to. So Ed Jovanovski talking about the 96 Stanley Cup final where it was Florida versus the Avalanche. Year I was born, actually. As we're just waiting for the puck drop here. A little bit early here. Blue Jays coughing up a game today. Don't get me on that ship there. Ed Jovanovski began and ended his NHL career with the Panthers, drafted first overall in 1994 by the Panthers. Of course, played time in Arizona as well. As we were just getting ready for this. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more game recaps here. Move that just a little bit. Have some water while we wait here. As Kevin Bietska is talking to Ed Jovanovski now, asking him some questions, having a little bit of laughs. As this is a must-win game for the Florida Panthers. They don't want to go down 3-1 in this series. Going back to Vegas would be a tough one to try and claw back. But hey, they did it against the Boston Bruins. There is heart in this team, and hopefully the Florida Panthers can bring it back because, let's be honest, I'm cheering for Florida being an Oilers fan. As we got one vote for Florida as well, so we're just getting warm-ups done here. They're talking to, I believe that's Brandon Montour, if I'm not mistaken, number 62 for the Florida Panthers, as this game should be starting any minute here. He leads all defensemen with 7 playoff goals, yet Evan Bouchard leads D-men in points. And they haven't played since the second round, and Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are still 1-2 in that aspect of things too. So, Conn Smythe, I get, goes to the winning team, but, they might have to make an award for best playoff scorer, more awards than what they have now. They're showing Sam Bennett, who the Florida Panthers in Game 1 had 36 hits, 44 in Game 2, and only 14 in Game 3, and they won that game. And I think they need to hit a little bit more. That's something the Oilers did to actually every team pretty much hit Vegas a lot, and hopefully Florida can do that, kind of overwhelm Vegas. Go after the defenseman. That's one thing I always say is get in on the forecheck, hit the defenseman. That little second, 2 seconds they are out of the play can be huge for the Florida Panthers tonight as they look to even up the series here against the Vegas Golden Knights. as they're showing Bobrovsky. And Vegas Golden Knights game, 3 shots, 6 top blocker, 6 at the crest, 5 low blocker, 5 hole, 5 low glove, and 3 high glove against Bobrovsky. So they're shooting. They're not picking one space to shoot at. They're shooting everywhere on Sergei Bobrovsky here, and the Florida Panthers goaltender is trying to steal these games for Florida. As we're just waiting to go on here. Talking about Matthew Tkachuk now. Being an Oilers fan, I never liked Tkachuk, but you got to admit, no matter who your team is, you got to admit when there are some good players, and Matty Tkachuk is, he could be a turtle at sometimes here in Oilers Nation, but these playoffs, he has been something else for the Panthers. As they got all the rats to the fans here. There's the Rat King himself wearing a rat mask. Love it. As we are going to commercial break, game should be starting here pretty soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As we were just watching a DraftKings commercial, warm-ups are done. Got to clean the ice. So I would say probably about 10 more minutes before the game starts here in Florida. Florida looking to even up the series 2-2 and not fall back like the Miami Heat are right now to the Nuggets. What can you say about the Nuggets, though? Jokic and Murray, that's all they need. That's all they'll ever need for the next 20 years and whatnot. So fairy tale story for the Miami Heat might be coming to an end. I believe it could be tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go look quickly at that, see if it's tomorrow night or on Monday night. So, of course, Nunez, Rough Riders play tomorrow. So it is not tomorrow night. So it is back in Denver on Monday. Back in Denver on Monday night for the Denver Nuggets, looking to put away the Miami Heat, as we're just in a commercial break here with the hockey game as they just finished warm-up. So probably about 10 more minutes before the game is live here today, as Florida looking to come back and even the series at home and make it a best of 3. It's going to be an entertaining ride. Hopefully it goes game 7. I always like Stanley Cup Finals game 7s. There's a lot more emotion in it, a lot more heartbreak in it, and all that. And I love the adrenaline that goes through the players when it's game 7. Just watching a big crunch time commercial for Wendy's here. Got 2 of you in here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Just wait, like I said, just waiting for this game to start here. As they're showing a new game show or something here. I don't know. It's all animated. Not what I'm into. CBC Gem. So now we're showing Gene Principe here. There's no way anyone's garage looks like the one they show on TV. I can contest to that. My garage, I have a lot of stuff, is not that clean. Gillette, OG, and Fred VanVleet. So we are just waiting here to get this started. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more NHL and MLB content, as they're bringing us back to Florida now. As, like I said, we're just waiting for this puck to drop. Hopefully it's a good game. Florida needs this win. Vegas could take a 3-1 series lead going home, just like the Denver Nuggets, as all the reporters on Sportsnet are currently down in Florida. It must be nice to be able to go do that for your job. as even Cabby is down there doing the DraftKings Sportsbook for tonight's game. He's in Florida. There's that. They're doing some fan appreciation stuff right now. Nets are on as borings, and the odds are plus 525. $10 bet will pay $62.50 if the Golden Knights score the first goal. Each team total goals are over 1.5 and under 6.5 total goals for the game. So if you're into that stuff, I'm not promoting it, but if you're into that stuff, those are the bets there for tonight's game. As we are just letting Cabby talk to Kevin with all the sports betting here. Talking about Alex Pietrangelo, I got no respect for a guy that goes after others' team star players trying to injure them, but that's just me. He lost all my respect when he did the two-hand chop right in front of the face of Leon Draisaitl. As Panthers team is on the ice, they're getting ready to go here. As the seats aren't even filled yet. If this is live right now, it is. Seats aren't filled yet here today. Any goal by Barkov is a plus 185. He has 14 points in 19 games for the Panthers in this postseason. We are getting going here pretty soon. They're just doing all the cabbies things here. They got the tailgate parties going on in the parking lot outside the arena for tonight's game as we're going to go to a commercial break. So puck drop should be in the next 5 minutes or so here for Game 4 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Vegas looking to take a stranglehold of a 3-1 series lead on the series and going to try and look at taking it home for Game 5 and winning it at home. Florida, on the other hand, if they have anything to say about it, will be trying to tie this up, a 2-game series, making it a best of 3 with, of course, being on the road for 2 of those games. As we're just waiting for this to happen here, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Can I go ahead and on here? Change this up here quickly while I'm in commercial break. Let's go downloads. Open that one up here. and save that. So let's keep on going here. Talking about McDonald's iced coffee. First time you get the car, that's the only place to go. Not true. First time I got to drive my parents' vehicle, I did not go to McDonald's. I went to the city about 3 hours away. As we were just going through Ancestry.com here. Blue Cross, just a couple commercials here today, folks, as we are just waiting this puck drop here today. All right, we're getting to the game here today, folks. Hulk Hogan lookalike in the stands tonight. Oh, it's been a long day. Florida looking to win back-to-back games to tie the series up. Matthew Tkachuk, what can we say about his playoffs? And Jack Eichel as well. Third in first-time playoff performances in points scored. He has been something else. I know a lot of people are, on social media saying for Bettman to change what the Vegas Golden Knights did, what Tampa Bay did a few years ago, what Chicago and Andrew Ladd did a few years before that. That's about 10 years ago now. Is putting some guy on LTIR and, not playing a regular season game and being ready for the playoffs. It's a good loophole for these teams when it comes to that. But I also believe the NHL needs to put in a minimum games played, not just in the NHL. It could be AHL, it could be college, overseas, whatever. And there are a lot of people saying that this shouldn't be happening anymore. But hey, you know what? If Connor McDavid gets hurt for the Edmonton Oilers, Edmonton can do really serious splash with $12 million for 1 year, right? So any team can have it happen. Players want to play, let them play, and let's get going as intro to Game 4. The Stanley Cup Final is over, and they're saying welcome coast to coast, their whole Sportsnet thing up here in Canada, showing Wayne Gretzky holding the cup. Florida Panthers looking to tie this series up 2-2. Vegas looking to take a 3-1 demanding lead in the series, going home to try and win it at home if they can, if that's the way she turns out, just like the Denver Nuggets are over the Miami Heat. But let's get to this game as they got a nice arena. I wish Edmonton had parking outside like this so I didn't have to take the LRT all the way home. Lots of Florida fans in there. There are some Vegas Golden Knights fans as well, and an older man laughing at the Vegas man yelling in the camera. Gotta love it when the older people kind of smirk about all this. There's a fake Elvis Presley in the stands tonight cheering for Vegas, as the crowd is getting into it right now. as Ron McLean and the panel are just discussing some things here for tonight's game. And two guys to watch for me, Jack Eichel, Matty Tkachuk. We'll see after that nice hit by Matthew Tkachuk. Even Eichel had to acknowledge that. As they're talking about Paul Maurice here. Arms crossed the whole time after the goal was scored in overtime. In the third period, sorry. Arms crossed. No cheering by Paul Maurice. He knows what's up. He knows that one game's not going to win you the cup. You need to win 4, and that's what the coaches love to do. Kyle Bukakis is just talking here. Let's see. Smirk about all this. There's a fake Elvis Presley in the stands tonight cheering for Vegas. Murray saying, pain gets me going for the Denver Nuggets, and that's what Eichel is doing after that huge hit by Matthew Tkachuk. Sorry, forgot to turn that down there. This is a brilliant series. Even Montour is banged up in this game as well. As we're about set to sing the national anthems. Damn, 6 o'clock start is not a 6 o'clock start when it comes to this stuff. I think Matthew Tkachuk's a bit banged up. That's what they're pointing at is during the pregame warm-up, he didn't shoot hard. He hardly shot at all. Had his right hand on his stick only. Didn't really grab the stick with his left hand. So that is one thing to keep an eye on today is Matthew Tkachuk. As the penalty parade in the playoffs for the Florida Panthers continue as 121 penalty minutes versus Boston, 46 versus Toronto. Really disciplined versus Carolina with only 36, but 146 penalty minutes in 3 games against the Vegas Golden Knights. Panthers need to be more disciplined when it comes to that stuff. As we are getting ready here, they're going for another commercial break. So if you take all these commercial breaks out, hey, the game would be started by now. As we'll just go see what's going on here. So I got one of my kids crying right now. As we are just in a commercial break here, folks, talking about the Ford F-150 all-electric. I don't know how you manage an all-electric truck, but somehow it is there. As we are in a Gillette commercial. We'll get going here soon, folks. This game was supposed to start 15 minutes ago, and we aren't even puck drop. Anthems aren't even sung yet. We just got to get going as she gets going here pretty soon. We're just going to turn that a bit. See what the quality of light changes like this for the stream. As we're back, as Vegas is in the tunnel waiting to go out on the ice, Florida just outside their dressing room looking to secure a 2-2 series and make it a best of 3 here and go to Game 7, hopefully, is what I would like to see as a Game 7 with a lot of physicality. Let the players play Game 7. If you want to win it, you got to earn it, and that's the way. For Vegas, they're hoping to take a 3-1 stranglehold on the series to go home with the potential of winning it at home. That would be the best scenario for the Vegas Golden Knights here tonight. So win your first cup in front of your home fans. Anthems are coming up here pretty soon. Refs are on the ice, waiting for the players to get on the ice. And Brooks Koepka, the PGA Tour guy, won 5 tours, is hitting the drums to salute the Florida Panthers to get them to come out, get the fans on their feet. And Brooks is taking it to that drum right now. As the Let's Go Panthers chants are on a roar right now. As here comes the Florida Panthers to get this Game 4 underway here tonight. 2-1 series lead. Let me know in the comments who you think will win tonight, who you want to win, and let's get going. As Florida's coming out, there's Brandon Montour. The flags are going. We just got to get national anthems going, and that's pretty much it for this pregame here is the national anthems going and also first puck drop. So Brooks Koepka doing the drums for the Florida Panthers as we are just waiting, the 5-time player there. Thomas and Karen Verhage, Carter's parents are there to watch their son play this game as well. I believe they did show Brady Tkachuk, if I'm not mistaken, was there, unless that was last game. They were just talking about it in the pregame. Could have been last game. As the fans are electrified, there's the Vegas Golden Knights looking around. Noise is going to be a factor here tonight for the Vegas Golden Knights. Unless they can strike early and often, that is what the Vegas Golden Knights need to do to quiet this home crowd, as we're going to get the American National Anthem going here in a moment as they're introducing the singer, as is Lieutenant Brian Kitching of the U.S. Army. As national anthem is about to get started, the Sunrise Fire and Police Department Honor Guard is there as well. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who she is, so we're just going to get this going here after the anthem. They're not saying names of who the singers are. Really couldn't tell you. I don't watch many Florida games as it is. Cassidy Pope is her name. She's doing the American National Anthem as we are just waiting to get this game started, which was supposed to start 20 minutes ago now. But hey, at least we got some playoff hockey still until September when the preseason starts out there as well. as we're just waiting for the national anthem. Let me know in the pool who you'd like to see to win. Right now, we got 2 votes for the Vegas Golden Knights and 1 vote for the Panthers. I don't know if that guy's doing the sign language of the national anthem. I'm not too sure what he's doing. Doing a bunch of hand signal things. Pretty sure it's sign language. As there's Aiden Hill for the Vegas Golden Knights, who has had an unbelievable playoffs ever since Laurent Brossoit went down with the injury in the Edmonton Oilers series they had. Aiden Hill has stepped up. He stepped up a lot during the regular season too when Logan Thompson went down with that injury. But it's great to see Aiden Hill getting his chance here after he was a name going around team to team for just backup goalies every year, was on a new team. Found a home here in Arizona, or not Arizona, he did play for Arizona, but here in Vegas, and hopefully that keeps it going there. Because that is a huge highway. Gonna go say goodnight to my kids. I'll be all right, sorry about that, as we are 22 seconds in here, and Vegas has a shot on goal saved by Bobrovsky, as that's the first shot of the game here, as Sam Reinhart is in to take the face-off one by Vegas in the left-hand corner to the slot. Shot saved by Bobrovsky, and that was already a good chance by the Vegas Golden Knights here, as Tuck used to be 19, so I'm not too sure who's 19 now for Vegas, as Pietrangelo is going back for the puck, as he's partnered up with Alec Martinez tonight, as Florida will get the puck back in their own zone. Here's Lundberg down the left-hand boards for Florida, avoids a hit by Pietrangelo and will just give up the puck. But there's a huge hit on Pietrangelo by Sam Bennett. Physicality, I said, will have to be the key for the Florida Panthers, as Sam Bennett tries to walk the line. Mark Stone takes away. It's 2-on-3. Vegas doesn't have the numbers, but off the bench, here comes Vegas, shot and misses the net, as Zach Whitecloud will have the puck down to Stevenson, back to Mark Stone. These guys were really good in the regular season together, Stevenson and Stone, as Stone with a blind spinorama pass to the point. Whitecloud couldn't keep it in. Whitecloud through the middle. Here comes Stevenson on a breakaway, scores. Chandler Stevenson has broken the scoreless tie here early in the first, A minute 39 into the game. What a pass by Zach Whitecloud to find Stevenson streaking between the defenders. And that was 5-hole on Bobrovsky as Vegas has a 1-0 lead here. Just a few minutes into the first period on their fourth shot of the game already. As Vegas coming out strong here. And that was just a nice shot by Stevenson. Like Chandler Stevenson, after going from Washington to the Golden Knights, has been huge for the Golden Knights, making an all-star appearance this year. Vegas would dump the puck in. Gudas tries to play up the left-hand boards, but the forecheck of Vegas's Kolzar is strong there. As here comes 2-on-2. Eric Stahl bringing it in for the Florida Panthers. I think that's Brown, number 6, if I'm not mistaken. Him and Stahl in on the forecheck as Florida has the puck right now. But Waugh will take control on the right-hand side of Adin Hill. As here's Kozar on the left-hand side, gets it stripped by Anthony Duclair. Duclair has the puck on the left side of the net. In front, Tkachuk just misses a tap-in. Sorry, that was Eric Stahl. Just misses a tap-in. Here's Anthony Duclair. Back up to the point, and it is sent back down in for Nick Cousins. Cousins avoids a huge hit by Kozar. He went after him there, but he avoids that. There's a shot from the point. Cousins has it back again. Here's Mahura. Back down to Cousins, back behind the net. Stahl still on the ice in front of the net, and Vegas is just going to keep dumping it behind the net. Here's a one-timer by Mark Stahl. Just misses the net as Mark Stahl will keep it in again. No, it will roll out as Florida will have to regroup here. Here's Nick Cousins, crosses the line to Sam Reinhart. Sam Reinhart back in behind the net for Lundell. And Lundell can't keep it, but Sam Reinhart's there behind the net as Pietrangelo will take that away, but gives it up, and a shot by Lundell hits a body in front as that was a close play by Lundell. Great heads-up play knowing that there was traffic in front on that giveaway. Just the one time that giveaway pass by Pietrangelo. Here's Montour, shoots, tipped by Lundell just over the net. Florida is starting to get some momentum here as Lundberg is behind the net, but Pietrangelo will cut him off. Play up the boards from Marchessault, back to Eichel, back to Pietrangelo, and they're cutting through the neutral zone. Here's Pietrangelo. Shot off the side of the net as Sam Bennett will pick it up with speed. Here's Bennett coming down the left-hand boards, and he will get rocked by a Vegas player. I'm not too sure who 43 is, but he rocked him as the puck goes around. Here's Matthew Tkachuk in front of the net, saved by Adin Hill. What a save by Hill as there's a pull check there. Oh, that might have been close to offside. Here's Matthew Tkachuk, and they are calling offside on the Florida Panthers. 4:30 into the first period, and Chandler Stevenson comes off the bench, gets a breakaway, and puts Vegas up 1-0. A minute 39 into the game. Tkachuk with 2 unbelievable chances, but Adin Hill sticking to what Adin Hill does best, as the faceoff will be on the penalty box side of things, as Barkov is going to take the faceoff. Oh, that was a lot. Cousins, Barkov, and Duclair on the ice for the Florida Panthers with Aaron Ekblad and Forsling on defense. Here is a shot by Vegas, tipped wide as Whitecloud tries to hold it in. He does, but he will fan on the shot. And here comes Cousins. He dumps it in. Adin Hill tries to play it, can't stop it, but Vegas there to close in on the loose puck, and they will dump it in and get a line change going, as Forsling will drop it back to Aaron Ekblad up the boards to Matty Tkachuk. Eric Stahl, sorry. Their numbers kind of messed with me there a bit. Radko Gudas taking on Chandler Stevenson. Stevenson with the opening goal behind the net, loses the puck to Radko Gudas. Ekblad will sling it up. It's in the Vegas zone. Adin Hill comes out to the hash marks to play that. Luckily, it didn't get tipped away there. As Eric Stahl's on the forecheck, he has Brown with him on this shift as the puck gets out, and Montour will send it back in for the Florida Panthers. Hill stops it for McNabb. McNabb over to, I'm not too sure who 27 is. I know who it is. I just can't think of his name. Here's Lundell trying to dipsy doodle his way through center ice. Gets knocked off the puck. Here comes Waugh. Waugh will send it around the boards to the opposite point as Kozar is there with a big hit on, I believe that was Aaron Ekblad. Shot by Vegas. Tip just over the net by Vegas's Kozar. And here comes Mark Stahl with a stretch pass up to Lundberg. Lundberg will get it to Reinhardt, and he'll send it around the boards. Here's Lundell for Florida on the left side of the net. Behind the net to Sam Reinhardt. Sam Reinhardt playing behind the net. Back up to the point. Here's Montour. Shot blocked by Keegan Kozar, and he will lay a hit on Montour as well, as that kind of seemed to shake him up a bit, that block. But Florida is offside, so Vegas will take it behind the net. Here comes Barbashev up for Vegas. He'll dump it in, and Bobrovsky will stop that. That hit extension, but still got to Sam Bennett, who tried to lead pass to Carter Verhaeghe, just missed. But no icing, as Verhaeghe and his speed got there to negate the icing. Here's Eichel behind the Vegas's net. He comes up, 4 guys on him. He still has the puck. He'll dump it in for Marchessault. Marchessault behind the net tries to find Eichel. A puck hops in front. Here's Barbashev, saved by Bobrovsky right in front of the net. Shot by McNabb is blocked. And here comes Carter Verhaeghe with Sam Bennett and Matthew Tkachuk. Bennett to the net, saved by Adin Hill. Forecheck by Bennett gets Matthew Tkachuk the puck. Here comes Mahara, and Barbashev will get the puck back. Here's Zach Whitecloud, who had an unbelievable pass to Chandler Stevenson for the opening goal. Cut off by Radko Gudas, given back up to Vegas, as this game has a lot of hits going for them right now, as Forsling tries to get the puck in, just can't do it here, as Bobrovsky will stop the puck behind his net. Gudas over to Duclair. Too hard of a pass, but Barkov's over on the left-hand side, and he'll just give it up to Vegas and get it back. Here comes Barkov down the left-hand side. Shot off the post by Barkov. That was close, as Barkov almost ties this game up for Florida, as Bobrovsky plays the puck, and Mark Stahl just kind of let that one go. That was a scary play by Mark Stahl. Here's Stone, but poked away by Stahl. A stretch pass for, I'm not too sure who 21 of Vegas is. Still trying to get the names figured out here. I haven't watched many Vegas games, but against the Oilers. Mark Stahl with a knee-on-knee hit, sort of there. Nothing's called, as Montour, will play back to Stahl, and Florida will create a line change. Here's Montour up to Lundell. 3-on-3, entering the Vegas' zone. Through the legs. Goes around the net. He's behind the net. Here's Lundell. Out in front. Missed pass. But here's Ekblad over back to Lundell. Back to the middle for Lundberg. He can't get the shot away, as Lundell will get the puck back and try and send it back to Ekblad. But that is tipped outside the zone, as Florida is back in their own zone. Here's Forsling for Florida. As Florida's making a line change, Forsling will go up to Lundberg, and he couldn't get it deep, but Vegas will ice the puck here. 10:21 left in the first period. 1-0 Vegas on a goal by Chandler Stevenson, a minute 39 into the game. And Chandler Stevenson is the lone goal so far, as there's been quite a few good opportunities for Vegas. Barbashev right in the slot. It goes off the side of Bobrovsky and off the post. That was about 4 minutes ago, as the icing's here. The faceoff will be to the right of Adin Hill. It is Sam Bennett versus Jack Eichel. And Sam Bennett will win that back to Montour. Montour, low shot to Matty Tkachuk. Matty Tkachuk can't score, as Adin Hill keeps his ground on that play. Here's Matthew Tkachuk on the right-hand boards. Game pressured by 3 Vegas Golden Knights. It's a 3-on-2 for Vegas. Here's Barbashev over to Eichel, and the pass got deflected. Now here comes Florida 1-on-2, and it is Carter Verhaeghe as he's just going to dump it to the far corner where Sam Bennett will meet it. Matthew Tkachuk will pick up the bouncing puck, and ultimately you lose it to Jonathan Marchessault. Marchessault will get it up to McNabb, but he can't dump it in. Here's Carter Verhaeghe through the neutral zone, entering zone, shoots, and saved with the chest of Adin Hill, as that will be pretty much the first commercial break in this period. I think there was one other, but we are under 10 minutes left to go here. 9:37 to go here in the first period. Vegas up 1-0, looking to take a stranglehold lead on the series to go and try and win it at home, as we are just in a commercial break right now. That's a lot of talking. Yes, we're just going to check the analytics for this stream as we're in the commercial break. As we are up to 24 views in last hour. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As we're doing DraftKings Sportsbooks here. Oh, it's been a long day. As we got a New Balance commercial here of new baseball gear, as it's Shohei Ohtani as the New Balance ambassador for this commercial, which it should be, no doubt about it. And we're back to the game as Vegas has 8 wins in the last 11 games, outscoring opponents 42-24 here. Chandler Stevenson with the goal. He has a goal and 3 assists in his last 4 games. Vegas out shooting Florida 7-4 here in the first period. Lots of physicality, but the puck has been hopping, and which led to a nice pass by White Cloud to Stevenson for the opening goal about 10 minutes ago now. Game time minutes. As the faceoff's to the right of Adin Hill, Barkov will win that back to the point. It was sent behind the net, back to Barkov behind the net here to Anthony Duclair. He'll send it back to the point for Rako Gudas. He'll send it back down behind the net for Barkov as Duclair and Barkov try to keep that puck down low, but is pushed out. And here comes Vegas 1-on-3, waiting for some reinforcements there. Here's Carlson, shot and missed. He fanned on an open net as William Karlsson could have gave the Vegas Golden Knights a 2-0 lead here in the first period, but Florida will get it through the neutral zone. Here comes Cousins. He'll dump it in and chase it himself, but it's turned around as here's Sam Reinhart, with a huge hit on Pietrangelo as he got the puck in. Forsling will be behind Bobrovsky. Here's Lundell. Lundell's bringing it through the ice to Lundberg. Lundberg using his speed, backhand, rebound, and cleared away by, I believe that is White Cloud. It is White Cloud with a good defensive play as here comes Vegas through the neutral zone, but that is tipped away, and Sam Reinhart will have it back in the offensive zone. Here's Lundell coming backhand, top shelf, and that almost trickled in, but Adin Hill with the great save there. Chandler Stevenson, they're showing the goal again with the 1-0. It's another commercial because we didn't have really a commercial break in the first 10 minutes of play. As we're just in a commercial break here, folks. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. 3 likes on the stream. Let's try and get that to 5. And if you don't mind hitting the subscribe button, that'd be greatly appreciated, as we are on our way to 500 subscribers. As it's a skip the dishes commercial here too. As we're just doing a DraftKings commercial here. Now we're back in Florida where it's dark out all of a sudden. 10 minutes, pretty much 20 minutes later, it's dark. Love it, as it stays bright here till about 10 o'clock my time, 12 o'clock Eastern. As I'd like to know who 21 is that's playing. Oh, it's Howden. Howden's 21. Okay. As the faceoff will be left of Aiden Hill. He's doing his little eye concentration thing. As we are getting back into this faceoff to the left of Aiden Hill, it's Sam Bennett versus Chandler Stevenson. I got too many Sams on Florida. Verhaeghe, Bennett, and Tkachuk out there for Florida, as Bennett would win it back, sent down by Ekblad. Forsling pinches but can't, and it's cleared by Vegas, as Ekblad will just dump it back in behind Aiden Hill's net. He'll leave that for Pietrangelo. And the Vegas Golden Knights are going to start upstream with the puck. Pietrangelo will flip in, no icing because of the speed of Chandler Stevenson. Here's a shot from the point, tipped by Stevenson, saved by Bobrovsky. Back in the front of the net, batted out of the air by Mark Stone, and that was a really good chance by Mark Stone. Just couldn't get it past the defender when he blocked it, as Florida's having troubles getting out of their own zone right now. Bennett tripped up there, but no call. Here's Ekblad on the right side of Bobrovsky. Will send a pass to Tkachuk, and that will be icing, as that pass missed Matthew Tkachuk like no tomorrow. Shots 8-7 in favor of the Vegas Golden Knights, who lead 1-0 here on a goal, a minute 39 in by Chandler Stevenson off of a great pass by Zach Whitecloud. As Bennett will take the face-off versus Eichel this time. Eichel, Barbashev, and Marchessault on the ice for the Vegas Golden Knights, as Bennett wins the face-off. He'll be flipped up to Carter Verhaeghe. Chipped in by Verhaeghe. Back up to the point. Here's Barkov, shot off the crossbar and out of play. Barkov twice this game has been close to giving a goal for Florida, but what a play by Carter Verhaeghe. Chips around the defenseman, gets it, keeps his head up on a swivel, and notices Barkov's coming off the bench and just waits for Barkov, as that was a really good try by Barkov, as he'll stay out to take the faceoff versus Eichel. Duclair and Cousins on the ice with him as well. As Barkov wins that draw, back up to Montour, back to Cousins at the point covering. Montour sends it through the crease, and Duclair just couldn't get his stick on it, as that was a really good chance. Cousin will take it to the right of Bobrovsky. He will skate through the neutral zone. He'll flip it over to Mark Stahl. Mark Stahl in for Barkov, and that shot is tipped out of play, as Barkov and this line is really going at it for the Florida Panthers tonight. Racco Gudas back in after that hit he took the other game. And Eric Stahl is on the ice with Mahura, Brown, and I'm not too sure who 22 is, so pardon me about that. Shot from the point by Gudas, missed the net. Here's Eric Stahl back up to Gudas. He'll send it back down, but that is tipped into the Vegas's bench, and Gudas is going after Kozar right now, and nothing's going to come out of that, as Radko Gudas, being that physical guy he is, he has to watch his temper a little bit as well, as Carrier is in the vicinity as well. Vegas is 1-2 in Game 4s of this playoffs. Florida is 1-2 in Game 4 of these playoffs too. So both have losing records in this playoffs in Games 4, as the shots are now in favor 8-7 for Florida, but Vegas holds the all-important 1-0 lead, as it is Sam Reinhart, Lundberg, and Lundell out for this face-off, with Montour and Stahl on the back end, as Lundell takes the puck off the face-off behind the net to Lundberg. He'll get hit and lose it. Here comes Vegas up the ice. Here's Carlson. Carlson shoots and saved by Bobrovsky on that play. Carlson gets the puck back. He'll send it down to Wall, and Wall will just send it around the net. No one there, as Sam Reinhart tries to clear it, but Wall keeps it in. Wall will send it down behind the net. Shot from a sharp angle by Carlson, and another shot by Pietrangelo, but that is saved by Bobrovsky, Sergeant Bobrovsky, up here in Canada after the whole TSN thing happened, as we are going to another commercial break here. So historic moments of the Stanley Cup is what they just showed, but it is another commercial, as the first 10 minutes didn't have commercials, so we're going to commercial every time there's a chance here. As we got one of you in here, thank you for tuning in. If you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, that'd be greatly appreciated. I was hoping to get Dolany TV here on the channel next week for maybe Game 5, Game 6, depending on how this turns out for the Vegas Golden Knights, who currently lead the game 1-0 off of a breakaway goal by Chandler Stevenson. As we are just in a commercial break, they're showing Strays, a movie that has Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx in it. It's about dogs. I don't know. I've never seen this commercial before in my life, but now we're back in 4 wins in the last 4 wins in last 5 home starts for Bobrovsky. He has a 177 goals against and a 939 save percentage. Game 1 and 2, he had a 650 slot save percentage compared to 875 in Game 3, as the faceoff will be left to Sergei Bobrovsky. The shot's 9-8 in favor of Vegas now. 1-0 Vegas, as the faceoff's won by Chandler Stevenson. Here's Alec Martinez, shoots, tipped. What a save by Bobrovsky, as Duclair has it behind the net. It will be played back to Chandler Stevenson in the slot. Can't get the shot off. He'll play it behind the net to Mark Stone. Mark Stone tries to feed Howden in the side slot there, and he just couldn't. That was easy tap in, as Pietrangelo will play it back to Martinez in the neutral zone. Here comes Stevenson over to Mark Stone. Chandler Stevenson has it in the corner now to the left of Bobrovsky. He is knocked down by Barkov. Barkov tries to get it out, but held in by Alec Martinez. Martinez back down to Stevenson to Barbashev, as Vegas is starting to make the line change. Hit by Stone, but the puck still gets out, as McNabb has it back for Theodore. Theodore up to Barbashev. Here's Barbashev across, but no one was going to the net. Marchessault veered off, thinking he was going to drive the net instead of passing. A shot by Sam Bennett into the glove of Adin Hill. What a shot by Shea Theodore, redirected, and a better save by Sergei Bobrovsky. As that was a paddle save. That was going in if the paddle wasn't there. Good deflection and a nice save by Sergei Bobrovsky, as Sam Bennett will win the faceoff to the left, or to Adin Hill's right. Here's Carter Verhaeghe behind the net, tries to wrap around, and it is saved by Adin Hill as Verhaeghe is getting into the mix with Marchessault right now. Good win by Sam Bennett there to start this, as Verhaeghe had the mindset to try the wraparound, and it almost worked. Little bit faster. It was stuck on the post and the pad, and the whistle didn't go. Verhaeghe tried to knock that one in, as they'll redo it here, as Bennett will go against Carlson, and Bennett's going to get thrown out. Carter Verhaeghe will come in to take the face-off to the left of Adin Hill against not Erik Karlsson, William Karlsson, and won that too clean. Montour will go back into the defensive zone. Stahl tries a long lead pass, gets tipped, and Vegas has the puck, but they'll give it back to Brandon Montour. They'll go back to Stahl, back to Montour, back to Stahl. Stahl dumps it in. Adin Hill will be behind the net to play the puck. And what a hit. I don't know who. I think that was Sam Bennett. That was a beautiful hit by Sam Bennett. We like to see those types of hits in the Stanley Cup. But here comes 19. I don't know who 19 is. I probably should know who 19 is, but I don't. As here's Carrier up to Theodore. Theodore shoots, blocked in front by Montour, as Kolzar hits Carrier, or not. That was a lot of talking, as Kolzar hit Sam Bennett for hitting Shea Theodore the way he did. That was a good block by Sam Bennett, though. So took the price by paying, or by blocking the shot, and gave Theodore a lane right down the middle. Shea Theodore could not snipe it, as it is still 1-0. Bobrovsky with a great save. Whew. Vegas up on Florida 1-0 here, as Stevenson, Stone, and Howden are back out there for the Vegas Golden Knights, as Stevenson wins it, but they give it up behind the net to Sam Reinhart. Sam Reinhart battling with Howden. Howden comes out with it. He'll play it back to Martinez. Blocked. And that was a weird block by a Florida defender. As here comes Rako Gudas. He will shoot, and saved by Adin Hill. And Lumber comes in and lays out, I think that was Pietrangelo. He laid him out with a huge hit, as Sam Reinhart will play it to Rako Gudas. Over to Mahara, and he'll dump it in, and Adin Hill will stop it. Here's Shea Theodore up, stretch pass up to Carrier. Raw with a shot, and that is going to go over the net and out of play. Bobrovsky looking pretty stellar, except for the one goal he's given up, which was a breakaway, which was 5-hole. Can't do much as a goalie when it's a breakaway early into the game. Eichel out to take the face-off versus Barkov. We got Mark Stahl out there, as well as Duclair, Cousins, and Montour. And they're going to switch things up here after Eichel gets thrown out of the face-off. Barbashev takes it. Barkov wins it, and Cousins will clear it off the glass to center ice. Duclair on the forecheck, but McNabb has it. Sends it back to the neutral zone, taken away by Cousins. Here's Stahl to Montour, back to Stahl. Stahl up to Duclair. He'll tip that in, but they're saying he did not touch it, and that will be another icing against the Florida Panthers. A lot of icings in this game for both teams, trying to fill each other out, but Vegas holding a 1-0 lead over the Florida Panthers here in Game 4 off of a breakaway goal by a nice pass by Zach Whitecloud to Chandler Stevenson. As Florida has won 69% of the faceoffs in this period, Barkov is at it again and wins another one. Here comes Barkov down the left-hand side. He'll dump it in on net. Glove saved by Aiden Hill. He'll play it out as Florida will forecheck and get the puck back in their defensive zone after Vegas had to clear it off the glass. Here's Montour up to Kachuk. That's off the stick and tipped in to Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill will play it to Zach Whitecloud. Here's Zach Whitecloud up the right-hand side, giving it up to Carter Verhage. Here's Sam Bennett, shoots off the stick of Whitecloud, and that will go wide as Forsling tries to get a shot on net, and Vegas will come out with it as they are stopped by Aaron Ekblad. So here comes Sam Bennett. Over to Matthew Kachuk. Matthew Kachuk tries to go short side, saved by Aiden Hill as Ekblad will keep it in, but no, they are calling it offside on Florida as Ekblad was just a little too slow to get there. What a pass by Carter Verhage and a good shot by Sam Bennett, but it gets tipped wide and it causes a lot of commotion out in front of the net. And Kachuk tries the short side up by the helmet play there. Just couldn't elevate it high enough for that. Shots 11-10 for Vegas so far in this game as Florida wins the faceoff. That was Eric Stahl winning the faceoff. Brown on the forecheck. He has the puck behind the net, taken away by Alec Martinez. Martinez will send it up to, not too sure who 28 is. And then Martinez will shoot it at the helmet of Brown, who was on the ice because he got tripped. So I don't know if that's intentional or not. But here comes Vegas, and they'll send it in, and Pietrangelo will get there first. Pietrangelo sends it to Stevenson and just couldn't get there in time as he'll send it on Bobrovsky. He'll save that as Rako Gudas has the puck, tries to make a play, misses the pass, but Lundell gets the puck back, shoots, saved by Aiden Hill, as that was a beautiful save by Aiden Hill. Here's Lundell again behind the net. Spins, shoots, another save by Aiden Hill as he's standing on his head right now. As Ekblad just gets cross-checked from behind by Chandler Stevenson. No call whatsoever. So Lundberg goes after Stevenson, but here's Whitecloud. He'll dump the puck in. Aaron Ekblad has it, and he gets ran over there by Riley Smith as Chandler Stevenson plays it back to Whitecloud, and the horn will go, and that is the first period as the Vegas Golden Knights take an early 1-0 lead and ride that wave to the end of the first period. Chandler Stevenson with a breakaway goal scores 5-hole off of a nice, beautiful pass by Zach Whitecloud to send Stevenson in, and that is the score after the first period. 1-0 Vegas, and I think that is it for me tonight. My voice is starting to go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm on out of here.